Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a piston house / castle. The idea is very simple. Inside of the base of the piston house, we have a sizable survival base, and we can also climb up the center or fly up the center into the actual castle itself, and you can exit the castle onto the top of the piston. Or you could even climb up onto the very top of the castle where we have a nice little flag. And all in all, it's a pretty cool, pretty unique house, and it's very easy to build. All I ask is that if you guys enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to see some more weird builds like this, check out the card system and the description below. But without any further ado, let's get rolling. So to make this, all you need is an 11 block by an 11 block area. Basically, just a square on the ground of those dimensions. Of course, it does go quite high. I can't give you the measurements for that because I have no idea what it is, but you need an 11 by 11 grid in your world. Just make sure that you've got enough room. We also need all of these materials that I have in my hotbar / inventory right now. I do apologize if I forget any materials. It's just kind of my thing. I'm very forgetful. I don't know what's wrong with me. I always forget something. Pause the video if necessary. Make sure that you have all of this stuff, and then we can begin. So, if you have all your stuff, if you've figured out where you want to make it, I am going to recommend that if you have built this grid, and you don't have to, you want to begin on the front left-hand corner of the grid, and you want to start with a row of 7 grey concrete coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then go right by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, connect that 10th block down to the ground, but also extend that 10th block backwards by an additional 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And connect that 10th block down to the ground also. But then extend that 10th block across the back of the build. And it is also 10 blocks, by the way, but you don't have to count it out because all you have to do is make sure that it is level with the front of the build. And then you can connect the front to this row, no counting required, and also connect the corner downwards like this. I'm also going to recommend that you connect the bottom of the build together in this fashion. So you want to connect the bottom left-hand side of your piston together, the bottom back side of the piston together, the bottom right side of the piston together, and the front is a bit different. So on the front there is an entrance, okay? So we need a door, why not? And an oak wood door is pretty good for me. I love the classic door. And you're going to want to place the door right in the middle of the center. It should be fairly easy to figure out where the middle is. You can pretty much just eyeball it, like you can see where the middle is. That's where the door wants to go. And you want to place grey concrete left and right of the door. And you also want grey concrete around the top of the door as well. And also connect the bottom of the door left and right, like this, connecting everything together just like that. And also fill in, now this is the long part, fill in the front part of the piston using light grey concrete. You will also have to fill in the left side of the piston with light grey concrete. Also the right side and the back. However, things get a bit different when you get towards the top. The top's a little bit different than all of them, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Just remember, it's the back, left, right, and the front that needs filling in using light grey concrete. And then we can work on the much more elaborate part of the piston. As a matter of fact, this is probably the most boring part of the build to look at. It starts getting a lot more interesting once we have filled in all of these sides using the light grey concrete. And once you yourself have managed to reach this point right here, the next thing we will be doing is adding 2 rows of light grey concrete in the top of the pistons. So if we place a row of light grey concrete going all the way around the inside of the piston, moving inwards like this, just like that, and then we add yet another row. So we don't just want 1 row, we want an additional row as well, like this, just like that. We then want to add a layer of white concrete inwards too, like this. That's perfect. And then add a layer of oak planks in, like this. That's cool. We can't actually get any smaller. So we then want to, on top of the oak wood plank row, we want to place a layer of white concrete directly on top of it, like this. Then 3 rows of oak wood planks, so 1, 2, 3, going all the way around, just 3 layers of oak wood planks, like this. And then a layer of white concrete on top of the oak wood. Then 3 layers of oak planks, 1, 2, and 3. And we are, of course, building up the middle part of the piston that the castle sits on top of. And then a layer of white concrete again, like this. Perfect. And then to finish this off, add a layer of oak wood planks. And I'll just show you, just in case we're going a bit too fast. I hope we're not, though. That is what we want to have at the moment. It kind of looks like Thor's hammer, but like turned upside down on the ground. Kind of reminds me of like Monya. Anyway, once you have done this, we then want to place layers of oak wood planks going around the top of this row of oak wood planks. And we want to add 3 layers of oak wood planks coming around this. So if you take the oak wood plank layer, you want to just go around it and extend it out in every direction by 1 row. So you want to begin by doing that once. And then you want to do that again, so we want to do it for a second time, and we just want to make sure it's all even. We want a nice square shape going all the way around it, like this. That looks nice and even to me. And then we want to do it a final time. We want to extend all of the oak wood planks outwards, like this. And once we have done that, we can add further detail to this house. We want to have something which should so far look like this. Now, here's where things get a little bit different. And possibly tricky. So you want to place a white concrete in the middle of each one of the 4 sides of your oak wood square that we've made. So, one in the middle of the front. And you can tell where the middle is, by the way, because the hole is in the middle there, which means that this is also the middle on this side, if you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, for instance, like the left side, we also want to have the white concrete, and the back, you can very easily track it just by using the very middle hole there, like that. We then want to place rows of oak wood planks left and right of the white concrete, so on the front like that, and on the sides as well, like this. But you don't want to place any blocks in the corners just yet. You'll see what I'm talking about, like that. And then we want to extend this. No block in the corner, it's very important. And here. And we also want to extend it here and here. So we should end up with something that should look exactly like this. That should hopefully be fairly simple. So once you've done that, we then want to place white concrete in the corners. That's why we haven't placed anything just quite yet. We want to place the white concrete in the corners like that. So we want to have something which should look like this. That's pretty good. But we then want to place white concrete blocks underneath all of those white concrete blocks, as if doing it one time wasn't enough. We got to do it another time, and once we have placed an additional row of white concrete underneath, we can place rows of oak wood planks in between the white concretes like this, and that will be a much nicer looking platform. So we just want to have something which should look like that. And as you can see, that is a nice piston that we've made. That's not too bad. Now once you have done that, we now want to place, I don't know the best way to describe this, but I'll tell you what. We want to place a grass block layer on top of the piston. And the grass block layer, if you place a grass block inwards from each one of the middle white concrete blocks, like this, I'll show you. So if you start off with this, like that's a grass block coming inwards from each one of those middle blocks. And then you want to, you kind of want to extend the grass blocks into the corners, but you don't want them to connect together, if that makes sense. So let me just show you the area that we're looking to do, like this. We essentially want to make a square out of the grass, but not really a square, if that makes sense. You can see what I'm talking about. You then want to place a grass block inside each one of the four corners, inside, not outside. That's very important. So like this. And then on top of the grass blocks, you actually want to place a spruce wood. So on top of each one of those, a spruce wood like this. Followed by an oak fence on top of each one of these spruce woods. And then an additional spruce wood on top of each one of the fences, like this. And we are going to make the basics of the castle. So, just like that. We then want to place a polished andesite on top of each one of these spruce woods, and connect the andesite going around and turn it into a square. That's pretty much what we're doing right here. We just want to turn it into a square like this. Now, we have to pretty much do this on every single side, okay? So on each one of these sides, this is what we need to do. On every one of them, it doesn't matter which one it is. And we need, for this, we also need stone brick stairs. And we might need, I think that we'll need also oak wood stairs too. And I guess we can also grab glowstone and a wooden trapdoor. Anyway, on every single side, we want to place, coming inwards from the spruce wood, on the bottom, a regular stone brick stairs, and on the top, an upside down stone brick stairs. We then want to place an andesite coming inwards and connect them together, like this. We then want to take the top andesite and we want to place an upside down oak wood stairs coming inwards, and then an andesite next to it, and place two andesite below, like this. And then a regular stone brick stairs at the bottom and an upside down one at the top. And we will also want to have oak wood planks placed behind the empty spaces that can be seen on, like, in the corners. And this particular side, this is the front, by the way. If you have also started at the front like me, you might also want to place a door. So you might or might not want to have a door. It's did I place it backwards? Maybe it's supposed to be placed backwards. I think it is. There we go. So this is basically what every side looks like, except this side has a door on it. Let's go to the other sides for an example. So on this left side, we want to begin by placing a bottom. At the bottom, a regular stone brick stairs, that's on the left and right. An upside down stone brick stairs at the tops. And then andesite coming inwards from each one of the stairs and connected together in the middles. We then want to place a regular oak wood stairs down at the bottom and an upside down one at the top. And then a glowstone in the middle with a wooden trapdoor in front of it. And you can do the same on the opposite side too. So if we come to this side, we do regular stone brick stairs down at the bottom, upside down ones coming inwards. We then want to place andesites coming inwards from the stairs and connect together in the middle. Regular oak wood stairs at the bottom, upside down at the top, glowstone in the middle, and wooden trapdoors in front of the glowstone. Then at the back here, we want to place stone brick stairs coming inwards from the bottom, upside down ones coming inwards from the top, andesite coming in from these stairs, connected together, and then regular oak wood stairs at the bottom, upside down at the top, glowstone in the middle, wooden trapdoors just like that. And then on the insides, we do want to make sure that we have the oak wood planks in the corners, like this. So from the outside, this is the effect that you're getting. It looks quite good, but we're not quite finished. Now we need... I knew I'd forget a material. We need oak wood slabs, which was not on the inventory list. I'm so sorry. We want to place a layer of oak wood slabs going all the way around the top of the castle. So around the top half of the row of andesite, all the way up at the top of the castle, we want to place a row of oak wood slabs, just orbiting the top, just like that. And then we want to place on the four corners a white concrete. So each one of the four corners we place a white concrete like this. And we also have white concrete in the middle of every single one of the sides. Once again, this should be made easy by the fact that you can see the hole, like you know where the middle is because there's a hole in the middle. So you can use that to judge where you have to place all of these. And we also want to place oak wood planks in between all of the white concretes, so that you have like this pattern. You have like a white concrete gap, white oak wood plank gap, white concrete. You guys get the idea. You want to create this pattern. So like on the corners, you've got the white concretes, and in the center, and then you want to have an oak wood plank in between each one of them like that. And then you want to place a row of oak wood slabs that goes all the way around the top of this. I cannot believe I forgot the oak wood slabs. I really am sorry. I hate forgetting materials. We want to place it going all the way around the top like this, to create kind of like a cage slash a balcony look. Kind of looks like a cage. And now all we have to do is give this thing a roof. So you can, I mean, you can use anything for the roof, but I'm going to use oak wood slabs. Once again, a material that we wouldn't have otherwise had and we couldn't replace with anything but like this. And then right in the center we're going to have a flag, and to make my flag I'm going to use andesite, oak fence, white concrete and red concrete. Right in the middle I'm going to place a polished andesite and 7 oak wood fence on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I want to extend the 7th block right and left, like that. And then 1 block below this, I want to begin the flag. And I'm going to start off by placing 3 white concrete moving down. 1, 2, 3. And I want to take the top white concrete and place a red left, and right, and down, just to create a flag. You can have any sort of flag that you want. You can have absolutely any sort of color combination that you like. I like how red and white go together. Red's my favorite color, and I didn't just want it to be red, I wanted a contrast color, and I thought the white was nice. So that is pretty much the piston house, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, all you have to do is to climb up the middle. I mean, if you open the door here, you can see the inside. It should be quite obvious to you that to get up the middle, all you have to do is create like you only need a single row really of like oak wood planks or whatever material you want to use, and then you just run a row of ladders coming all the way up the middle like this, all the way up to the top just like this. And then you will also want to, I assume you might want to get on the roof as well, so then it will just require, well maybe, it'd actually be easier to get up the left hand side here, because you can't place, oh you can place ladders on glowstone, really? I didn't know that. So you can place ladders just coming all the way up here on the glowstone, and that will allow you access to the roof, and of course you can also get back down through the same way. You might want to perhaps create a little step up here, and you can get out onto the little terrace. And that's pretty much everything, guys. That's the whole piston house complete. It's pretty cool build. It's pretty interesting. It's not like a huge house or anything, but it absolutely makes an impression in your world. And this is what the whole build should look like once it has been 150% completed. I just threw a number out there. This is what the build should look like once it's been 100% completed. Looks very nice, makes an absolutely insane statement in your world, and it's very easy to find this build if you do in fact make it in a survival world. All I ask is that if you guys have enjoyed this build or the tutorial or both, please leave a like on the video. I'd just really appreciate that. I honestly would. Like, it's a huge thing, likes on YouTube, unfortunately, and I'd just really appreciate it when you guys like the stuff. If you would like to see future builds on the channel, please subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make anything else by me, whether it's survival bases, modern houses, whether it's weirder stuff that you can see over there in the background, then please check out the card system and the description below. We even have some suburban in this part of the world now, and a huge modern mansion in the background. Please check out the card system and the description below for all of the wacky and useful and survival related builds that I have actually made that will benefit you much more than, say, like a roller coaster water slide house, which you might be able to see there in the background, or maybe not. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you've enjoyed the video. I have to get back to my castle-ly duties now, which you will have if you've made this. Trust me, you'll receive them in the mail with instructions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And this video's subscriber shout out goes to Michael Reed, who commented something very nice. He said, "Love your builds, TSMC. You have always made my worlds that much better, and my friends on the servers are blown away every time I show up in their worlds and build your stuff in them." Thank you so much, Michael Reed, for your comment. I also love the Sonic avatar. Love me some Sonic. And I appreciate the fact that you're actually going around and building my stuff in other people's servers. I really like that. So thank you so much, Michael. I'm going to leave a link down there below in the description to your channel, just in case you have any videos or if people want to go and show some support. I always appreciate that. Thank you so much for being a great and loyal subscriber, and absolutely every single one of you that are also like Michael, that do leave comments, that subscribe, click the little bell, and that are just a nice general positive force for the channel. Thank you so much, guys. It might not have been you this time, but absolutely could be you next time. Once again, thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one.